minicamp. Remember, he has a contract dispute you can suggest. Micah said, hey, I'll be there. I haven't missed a minicamp in 4 years. Even though the contract isn't done, I got teammates in a playbook I'm preparing as if I will be on the field the first week of camp. But it's in the owner's hands. He's talking about training camp, not to be confused with mandatory minicamp. That first week of camp he's referencing is in August. He said, but it's in the owner's hands. I'm ready to win a Super Bowl. Though his contract isn't done, he suggests he will be at mandatory minicamp here in the next couple days, couple weeks. Shady, do you love or hate Micah attending minicamp?
Come on, y'all. Don't do that. Get this boy having some love now. That's how you do it. You want to finesse the game? Hey, I'm all sold in. Look, I ain't missing minicamp in 4 years. Coach, I know I got the deal done, but I'm here for you. New coach, new team. I'm all locked in. Where the paper at?
Pay me my money.
I loved it. I mean, listen. I had certain teammates. Now, this is not Mike. I had certain teammates where, you know, they were really, really good players. They would kind of be up and down. And that contract year, boy, they be everything's perfect.
Yep.
Yes, sir, no, sir. I'm like,
that money club.
I said, yeah, he don't talk like that. Yes, sir, no, sir. He picking up trash.
Yeah, exactly.
Coach, anything else you need, Coach?
Locker room.
Can I help you with anything else?
Yeah, so, but I love it, though, just because, man, like, he's sending a positive message and that I'm all locked in. Yeah, I don't have my money yet. I know most agents and most players wouldn't even step on the field until they got that paper. I'm different. I want to show you that, yes, the guy that's going to get that money is the same guy that's going to be here with the money, without the money. And that's what Mike is doing. So I love what he's doing. And I'll tell you what, man, when that paper there, you going to do whatever it takes, baby. McCoy, jump high. How high? McCoy, bark like a dog. Where that money at, baby? Where that money at?
James, where you stand on it? Love or hate it, big dog?
I mean, I love it for right now. I mean, you say all the things right now, man, when you're in contract negotiations, because we all know what minicamp is. Minicamp for the veterans is absolutely nothing. You sit over there by the coach, and you have conversations like that with Big Red. Man, you really said Flavor Flav because you're not practicing. You all pro Shady McCoy, you're not practicing. Hey, you over there with it. Hey, like, hey. He would be a good backup for me. You see, he a little shifty too.
Yeah, coach. You put it in the coach's hat.
Minicamp is
My backers love me.
Yes.
Put it in the coach's hat.
And it's also the other conversation where it's like, hey, Andy Reid, hey, a lot of the dudes been talking about for the last day of minicamp, we should probably go like paintball.
Day off.
Yeah. Those is the conversation you have. You're not really practicing. Now, when that first week of training camp hit, and you put them shoulder pads on, and now you gotta go one-on-ones against these tackles, and you gotta try to get to the court, and it's a real, true possibility of you getting injured, he ain't gonna be there. And he shouldn't be there if he doesn't have a contract. But right now, all this, I love what Micah's saying. I'm here, you see me, I'm in shape. I've been practicing, you put my locker next to Dak. I ain't complain, I ain't said nothing on my podcast, I ain't did nothing. I'm doing everything the right way. But y'all know what it is before I enter into that training camp, and I gotta put this helmet on and these shoulder pads on. I better have my contract.
Hey,
but all this is cute.
Can I say one thing before Chase goes? I'm just gonna give you a quick, like, I guess, story of how when I was about to get my money. Now, I ain't really have to go through all this, kinda, right? Because I didn't even make it to my last year, because they kind of knew. I mean, I'm all, you know, but same thing with him. They see this money. Yeah. Anyway, I remember going and we were about to start the negotiations, right? And I had Drew Rosenhaus, probably the best agent in the game, and I said, look, I want to make sure we get this thing done. I know they said we're gonna get it done, but let's make sure we get it done. So I'll do stuff like this. After practice, I'm staying a little later, right? They'll never see me do that, staying a little later. I'll bump into the head coach. Hey, how you doing, coach? Yeah, just getting extra work in. When I was leaving the building, I'll make sure I'll be the last one on purpose. So I'll go to the bathroom for like a whole hour to waste time. I'm texting, right? I'm taking the extra shower. I'm in the hot tub a little extra longer.
Extra shower.
And then when the owner will leave, I would run out. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just late. I'm just getting the extra work in. Yeah.
Oh my.
To let him know, like, I'm sold in.
Yeah.
And you know what happened with that?
That
money came.
The money
that
came.
money
There
came.
you go.
That's a great story.
It's a true story too, Chase.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, look, I love it. He's showing his leadership, and it's great. In fact, I was thinking about it. It's been pretty quiet on the Micah front in terms of there's been no like.
You know why?
And exactly what Shady was saying, right? There's a certain time and place where, hey, let me just be quiet a little bit to get my money. And how could you hate the leadership aspect, right? And Jerry and him have had closed-door meetings, Micah Parsons, and Jerry, for all we've known, has been saying, hey, show your leadership some more. Let's get this going. Like, they're trying to build a new culture in Dallas, and I get it what Micah's doing. He wants a new deal. It'll get done. The crazy thing for this is if you're Jerry Jones, you almost have to hate him showing up, because maybe if he didn't show up, you would have a little bit more leverage. Jerry Jones has no leverage right now. In fact, Jerry Jones, the price has gone up this offseason for Micah Parsons. You could have signed him March 12th, which was the beginning of the league year, okay? The price has gone up since then, $6 million per year. So if you put that over a 4-year span, almost $25 million, you're going to have to pay him because you're waiting. Now there's a new bar set with Myles Garrett, who's making $40 million. Chris Jones was done this year at 32. Max Crosby at 36. Danielle Hunter at 36. You're waiting as long as humanly possible right now to just make him even more higher paid. I don't understand. Maybe there's some intricacies within the contract why this isn't done yet. The longer you wait, the worse it's going to get for you. Micah's the best, one of the best defenders in all the NFL. Just go ahead and pay the man. And this has sort of been the case for the Dallas Cowboys in general. Yeah. They're always waiting. Micah, you're showing up. You're being a good teammate. Micah, you were there for phase 1. It's smart for you to be there for phase 1 because there's no on-field stuff. As soon as the on-field stuff hits, you don't want to get hurt.
Nope.
Because just in that off chance during those 3 or 4 week stretch of OTAs that you twist an ankle or you do something, it just is liable for it. So I love how Micah's playing the game right now, and he is playing the game. Jerry Jones cannot love it.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant what Micah Parsons is doing. But more importantly, I think it's huge for the state of the Dallas Cowboys. Because if Micah Parsons is willing to show up at minicamp without a deal, then what does that say about you in the future, Deron Bland? What does that say about you in the future, Tyler Smith? What does that say for you in the future, Tyler Guyton? The rest of the flock, if you will, it follows the leader. And if Micah Parsons, without any guarantees thus far, if he's willing to go out at practice where he could get hurt, then nobody else has an excuse. I also think it's a different mentality, it's a different mindset, and it's a different mark of his leadership saying, hey, I know I got a lot at stake, but I'm still going to show up. I'm still going to put my best foot forward, and I'm now taking over the full throne of leadership for the Cowboys. I was thinking about this last week, Chase. Now that DeMarcus Lawrence is gone, Micah Parsons, I believe, is the 3rd longest tenured Dallas Cowboy starting on defense.
What?
Starting on that defense.
My gosh.
I think you have Trayvon Diggs, who I think got there a year or so before Micah Parsons. And then I think there's Donovan Wilson, who got there 2 to 3 years before Micah Parsons. But like Chase just said, Micah's an old head now. Micah used to be the young pup, the young lion, all these things. Now, Micah, you are the exclusive leader on that defense, but you cannot just lead by words. You also got to lead by actions, and I love that he's leading by actions. What's interesting, though, is how does this materialize in the training camp? Because if he holds out during training camp, this is all for naught. If he holds out during training camp because he ain't been paid yet, then being there at mandatory minicamp, it really didn't do nothing because, like James Jones just said, mandatory minicamp, it's a bunch of glorified walkthroughs, glorified full-speed practices, is hanging out, is kicking it. I love that he's there, but this is just a building block to being there.
But this is a bigger issue for me, Acho. It's like, why would you even let it? If you're Jerry Jones and you're the Cowboys, why would you even let it get to training camp? Because it makes no sense at all. You have everyone locked up except for Micah that you want to pay. You have a new team. You have a new head coach. You have a new attitude and demeanor going into the season. He's done this, and I say he, Jerry Jones has done this before. It makes no sense at all.
That he hasn't done it.
That he hasn't done the deal. Pay him $42 million a year, call it out, give him as much money as guaranteed. You're not going to get a better player.
Correct.
You have one of the best players on defense. So for me, that's the bigger issue.
And I like that Micah right now is saying, like, hey, Jerry, it's on you. Even if you read Micah's wording here, he's already trying to subliminally influence the viewer, when he said, Colvin, if you can put it back up, because I don't have it in my notes. Even if you look at his tweet, he said, I'm going to be here mandatory minicamp, but he says,
it's in the ownership.
I'm preparing as if I will be on the field the first week of camp, talking about training camp in August. It's in the owner's hands. AKA, if my contract ain't done, I'm not going to be there.
He did this tweet on purpose.
You know what I mean?
So he's like, hey,
I'm going to be here for mandatory minicamp. But come training camp, if my contract ain't done, I ain't going to be
That's
here.
it. And he shouldn't be there. I should not be walking on this field. What I've accomplished in this league, my first 3 years in the National Football League, all I have is all pros. Hard to do.
So
I don't know how many of them second team. Huh?
A couple of them.
But Micah Parsons is that dude. Get that man in there, man, and get that man his money. And he shouldn't be walking on this field with no helmet. He shouldn't be going to Oxnard, California, wherever this training camp going to be. If the deal ain't done, point blank period. Get him his money and get him in there so you guys can try to win some football.
Why y'all think he's not getting this deal? 'Cause I was trying to figure that out. Like, I'm one of your best. I am your best player. What are we talking about? You drafted me. I'm one of your guys. You see me every day the way I work. Why would you pay me my money?
I think Jerry Jones has proved his stubbornness over the course of years.
Oh, he always
Ezekiel Elliott, he should have got his money, obviously. He should have got his money. He had rushed for 1,600 yards as a rookie. Shady, you know just how hard that is to do, especially as a rookie. He should have got his money. Dak Prescott, he should have got his money. He had to get franchise tagged not once but twice.
Yeah.
Ended up costing the Cowboys more money. CeeDee Lamb, he should have got his money. He had to hold out. Go back to Des Bryant, circa 2014, 2013. This is just what
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Jerry does. Even Zach Martin. Zach Martin will walk into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
he
he
held
had
out
all
during
that,
training camp last year and missed it. I don't get why Jerry Jones does this. I think bad general managers do bad things. Unintelligent general managers, at least how they act as it pertains to managing the team. Jerry Jones is one of the most brilliant businessmen you'll ever find. Howie Roseman would never do this. Howie Roseman, general manager of the Eagles, he would never do this. They would be paid. They'd be paid. They would all be paid.
And I feel like all the top dudes is doing this. Watt's waiting for Micah to sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, Harry signed that thing so I can sign my deal. And I was thinking, well, maybe is Micah trying to wait for Watt? But then when you see messages like this, like he said, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on you, Jerry.
I think during the course of the season, I do think there is a world in which Micah didn't want to sign a deal that the Cowboys probably offered because why?
Yeah.
You already know. The longer you wait, Micah Parsons, the more money you get. Now that Myles Garrett is hit, now as Max Crosby's hit, like
Danielle
Chase
Hunter,
alluded
Chris
to,
Jones,
Danielle Hunter, all those people have hit. Micah has made $6 million more by waiting. So while the Cowboys have spent an additional $25 million over the course of the deal, Micah's made more money than you can make by doing nothing
waiting.
than we have all made by actually going to work and clocking in.
But that is a really good point by Shady, too. Hurry up. Because if TJ is going over Miles.
Oh, yeah.
Which means Micah's going to have to go over TJ. So you better hurry up. So the Steelers got to worry about how much they're going to pay TJ and jumping Micah. You better hurry up because one of these dudes is going to be the highest paid player in the NFL.
No doubt about it. Well, what up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.